It's for the ones who move in silence, stay locked in, and refuse to quit. See, too many people out here love to announce every little thing they're about to do. They tell the world their plans before they even take the first step. And then when things don't go right, they're out here making excuses. Listen to me. Silence is one of the most powerful tools you can use on your journey to success. Too often people feel the need to announce their every move, telling the world what they're going to do before they've even taken the first step. But real power comes from keeping your plans to yourself and letting your actions speak for you. When you move in silence, you remove the opportunity for doubt, negativity, and unnecessary opinions to creep in and shake your confidence. When you tell people your dreams, you invite their opinions. Some may support you, but many will question you, and some will even hope you fail. Not everyone is rooting for you, and not everyone will understand your vision. When you share too much, you give others the chance to project their fears onto you. They'll tell you what they think is possible based on their own limitations, not yours. And if you're not careful, their doubts can start to feel like your own. Moving in silence allows you to work without pressure. When no one knows what you're building, you don't have to explain your process, your setbacks, or your struggles. You don't have to answer to anyone but yourself. You can adjust, pivot, and improve without the world watching. There's a certain freedom in working quietly because it keeps you focused on the goal rather than the outside noise. A lot of people love to talk about what they're going to do, but talk doesn't build anything. The more time you spend talking, the less time you spend executing. Some people announce their plans because they crave validation. They want applause before they've done the work. But recognition means nothing if there's no action behind it. The ones who truly succeed understand that validation comes after the victory, not before it. Another reason to move in silence is that it keeps your energy protected. Every time you share your plans, you release energy. The more you talk, the more you spread yourself thin. When you keep things to yourself, you hold on to that energy, using it to fuel your work instead of wasting it on unnecessary conversations. Your energy is valuable, and where you direct it determines your results. Discipline is a key factor in this process. It takes self-control to stay quiet when you're excited about your goals. But excitement isn't enough to create success. Execution is. The best way to prove yourself is through results, not words. If you're serious about what you're building, let your work be the proof. Let your progress do the talking. Let your success be the announcement. There's also an element of strategy in moving in silence. When people don't know your next move, they can't interfere. Some people don't want to see you win, and if they know your plans, they'll do everything they can to create obstacles. But if they don't see you coming, they can't prepare for you. By keeping your goals to yourself, you maintain control over your path. The most successful people understand the value of silence. They aren't out here broadcasting every step they take. They're working. They're building. And they're showing up every day to put in the effort. And when they finally do speak, it's through their accomplishments. That's the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. Moving in silence also prevents unnecessary pressure. When you make public promises, you create expectations. If things don't go as planned, now you have to explain yourself. Now you feel the weight of everyone watching, wondering if you'll succeed or fail. But when you work quietly, you free yourself from that pressure. You give yourself room to grow without outside judgment. Every major achievement starts in the dark. Seeds grow underground before they break through the soil. Diamonds are formed under pressure, away from sight. The foundation of every strong building is laid before anyone ever sees the structure. Your success is no different. The work you put in behind the scenes is what creates results. It's important to understand that moving in silence doesn't mean moving alone. You can have a trusted circle, people who genuinely support you and help you grow, but even then, choose wisely. Not everyone around you deserves access to your vision. Some people will uplift you while others will drain you. Protect your ideas, protect your progress, and only share with those who have earned that trust. The more you keep your moves private, the more power you hold. The less you speak on what you're going to do, the more freedom you have to actually do it. Talking about a goal doesn't make it happen. Working on it does. Stay focused, stay consistent, and let your results do the talking. Your vision is one of the most valuable things you have. It's the blueprint for your success, the picture in your mind of the life you want to create. But here's the truth, not everyone is meant to see it. Not everyone will understand it. Not everyone will believe in it. And if you're not careful, the wrong people can talk you out of what was meant for you before you even take the first step. That's why you have to protect your vision at all costs. When you have a dream, it's easy to get excited and start telling people about it. You want to share your plans, get advice, and hear encouragement. But the problem is not everyone has your best interest at heart. Some people will discourage you because they can't see beyond their own limitations. They don't believe it's possible for themselves, so they can't imagine it being possible for you. They'll plant seeds of doubt in your mind, and if you're not strong enough, those seeds can grow into hesitation, fear, and ultimately inaction. Even people who love you might not understand your vision. They may want the best for you, but their idea of the best might not align with your dreams. They may push you towards security instead of purpose, comfort instead of growth. They might not mean any harm, but if you listen too much, you could find yourself living a life based on their fears instead of your faith. Protecting your vision means knowing when to block out voices that don't align with where you're headed. Doubt is contagious. Spend too much time around people who don't believe in big things, and you'll start shrinking your own dreams. The mind absorbs what it hears repeatedly, and if all you hear is why something won't work, eventually you might start believing it. That's why you have to be selective with who you share your goals with. Some people aren't equipped to handle your vision, and that's okay. It wasn't given to them, it was given to you. Another reason to protect your vision is that ideas are fragile in the beginning. When you first get a new idea, it's exciting, but it's also untested. It needs time to develop, to take shape, to be built into something strong. If you expose it too soon, it can be crushed before it ever has a chance to grow. Negative opinions, lack of support, and even jealousy from others can weaken your belief in yourself before you've had the chance to fully commit. Some people don't want to see you succeed because your success will remind them of what they didn't do. It's easier for them to discourage you than to face their own regrets. They'll tell you it's unrealistic, that you should be more practical, that it's too risky. But what they're really saying is that they don't believe they could do it, so they don't want to see you do it either. You can't let their fears become your reality.